Who is the one standing behind it all? While you're at your most afraid, who is the one waiting for the perfect moment you collapse, just to give you that final push into the abyss? Where are you? Right there in your own home, and yet no one truly knows? Are you living for yourself or just surviving under the weight of expectations in someone else's eyes? You have the right to feel sorrow. You have the right to cry out loud, to speak every word your heart has buried. You have the right to fight, to stand your ground, to demand what you deserve, and now your pride is righteous. Who are they to block my path? Who are they to steal my dreams? They can't even live their own lives right. So who are they to stop the love I have for him? Who are they? Who are they really? Why did fate let them do this to me? Why won't help me anymore? I was innocent, the good little child in everyone's eyes. And just because I dared to have thoughts of my own, they looked down on me. It was all a lie, all of it, just to break me, just to make me abandon myself. Everyone is looking down on me. When the past starts to write again, it's repeating itself once more, so that I can finally walk my own path. I don't need anyone's sympathy anymore. I'm proud of who I am. I feel beautiful without needing anyone to pretend to care or offer sweet words laced with hidden hatred. I don't need that kind of truth. 10 years ago, I lost to them. 10 years later, I still lose. 10 years ago, I was left alone. 10 years later, I'm still alone. They never wanted me to understand myself, and they never truly could. Even after throwing shame and humiliation into my ears, I would still shine under the glorious sun, independent, self-reliant. Even my own family couldn't help to push me away so that the light would shine on them instead. The path I walk, the person I once loved, I will keep moving forward, and I will keep loving for a lifetime. When I was in pain, who showed me compassion? So why now? Do I have to carry the weight of all the ugliness they forced upon me? Anyway, I'm truly glad because I'm about to disappear from this place where no one understands what I'm even saying. I will vanish forever from the sight of those demons. I don't need their fake, pitiful looks. We're all human, but I don't need any of them anymore. I will keep on living as if I had never been in pain. I'll keep smiling brightly at each new day as if I had never fallen. I will live well so that I can vanish from their view forever. I'm almost free. I'm finally escaping that cruel hand at last. I'm stepping out of here. I hate them. I truly hate this life. This 3 meals a day that feels like charity. I don't want it. I want to be beautiful. I want to heal myself with my own hands. I say to myself, you are beautiful, you've done so well. You deserve a place at UIT, even if it now feels too far away. You deserve to be loved. You deserve every beautiful thing and this world has to offer. No one can break your unshakable will. They saw you as a burden, treated you like a trash, insulted you without remorse. But you don't need anything except yourself. Those people, they're not worth your compromise. I don't want to know the truth because the truth is far too painful. I want to dream and keep dreaming endlessly. Everyone pretends to be kind, but inside they're full of poison and deceit. I'm horrified by this dull, hollow world. I don't want it. Is that so wrong? I don't want to see them anymore. Is that too much to ask? The one I long for feels so far away, and me? I don't want to live, but fate keeps forcing me to. I've done nothing wrong, and yet I was still beaten down, crushed by them. And now, who could possibly understand this truth? I don't need anyone but myself. They hurt me, crushed me brutally, without mercy. But in the end, I was the one who hurt myself. I'm not afraid of anything. I don't respect those who don't respect me. I'm not some wild animal trained to perform tricks to entertain them. I'm a human being. I've always been a human being. And still, I'm mistreated. I'm taken advantage of. And yet, I try to stay strong as I possibly can. Why must I suffer like this? I'd rather have nothing at all. If I were an animal born to obey, then so be it. But I'm not. I'm human. So I'm tired of people, empty shells, soundless bodies who spend their days trying to find someone else's weakness just so they can point fingers. We were born as human beings, not as enemies to one another. We have the right to feel resentment toward others, but we do not have the right to trample over them. Why? When right now, all I want is to find any way possible to walk past the gate of contempt and suspicion that's always been placed in front of me. I'm no longer the wooden mold that others shaped and carved to their liking. I'm a different human being. I am me, a person with thought, a person with depth, a person who refuses to be confined by the roles that they designed to me. I'm happy with what I have. I am proud and as confident as I can possibly be. They never expected that I've been silently enduring their arrogance and lies, all for one thing, to wait for the day I walk through the gates of UIT in Saigon. So go ahead, mock me, blame me, humiliate me, because in the end, all that would remain. That I know it may sound far-fetched, but it's that very strength inside me that creates miracles. All I need to do is keep waiting, keep walking, keep moving forward with courage. And these feet, they will find a road free of insult and scorn, a road where no one curses me for being who I am. I see more clearly with each passing day. I grow stronger whenever I can. I stand tall with all the love I give myself. I understand now what people see when they stare at me as if I were a princess, but with all the strength and the soul that has now awakened, I will never again let anyone take anything for me. I remember everything, and I've begun my journey of rebirth. It turns out I lost my way because I'm blindly injured and trusted someone far too heartless. Everyone just wants what they want to see in me, so I will move forward, suddenly, quietly, even if there's no longer a reason to keep hoping for Saigon and UIT. That just means I have to dream even bigger now. Let them mock me, let them deceive me while they can, because I'll be the one to write the true script of my own story. No one is more worthy of a place at UIT than I am. My eyes are growing brighter, bright like the stars, bright like the sun. I'm not a sacrifice. I'm not the next puppet to serve the demons. Even if all I have is breath, I will keep placing that star of hope on myself. I'm certain, even if fate is cruel and unjust, in the end, it will give me the best answer. I will not let anyone suffer for nothing, but my sacrifice in solitude will not be in vain. I will hold my head high, and I believe in myself. UIT will not abandon us, and I promise myself this: no matter how much the world turns its back, I will not abandon UIT either. I truly believe that I am not wrong, and this road I have chosen for myself, it is the right one, even if no one else sees it. Even if everyone mocks it, it is mine and it leads to my truth. I believe in my radiant youth, this light inside me shining brighter each day, that one day will make those people who once laughed at me lower their heads in shame. Yes, I am anxious. Yes, I feel unsettled. Yes, I'm clinging to wild, impossible hope, believing that even stone could somehow turn into rice. But maybe I was wrong. Wrong, not because I failed this path. But because I didn't believe in myself more fiercely, because I didn't allow myself to be just a little stronger when I had the chance. I realize now, they're not against me because I'm wrong. They're against me because I am different. Because I think differently, feel differently, and dream differently. And in their eyes, that's enough to turn their backs on me. But I will not turn my back on myself. If UIT were to eliminate anyone, then the first to be eliminated should be those who never once dared to dream of being there. Next, it should be those with hearts full of cruelty, those who walk amongst us but harbor poisonous intentions. And then, it should be those who do not know how to love, who do not know how to live for themselves, who spend their lives in chains of resentment and control, but not me. Because I love myself and I love even the roadside grass and wildflowers more than I could ever love the people who try day after day to suffocate my freedom. They are the ones who will be left behind, not me. Right now, I no longer possess anything truly precious, nothing except for the strength of my spirit and the unwavering belief I carry deep inside. Yes, I don't want an eternal love. I want to be the one with the one I love, forever and always, until the end of time. No matter what they say, no matter how many people out there wish to see me fall, wish to see me vanish, wish to send me down to hell. No, I will still live. I will still breathe, and more than that, I will live better than all of them, 1,000 times better. And my time is coming. I can feel it. The moment I finally get to walk away from this vast, suffocating field filled with the people I resent the most. It won't be long now. Soon, I'll be saying goodbye, not in pain, not in tears, but in joy, in triumph, in sweet, glorious relief, to those who never saw me for who I truly am, to those who dismissed me, who mocked me, who pretend to care just to control me. I will say goodbye, and I will never look back. I want pride, but I want it in my way, not the way they try to teach me, not the way they try to force on me. I want to be beautiful in my own eyes, with my own truth, in my own form. Dear UIT, if there is still a thread of destiny connecting us, then please save me. Take my life, this battered, misunderstood life, and pull it out from the rubble that these people have buried me in. From these cruel, soul-crushing people who surround me every day, pretending they care, when all they do is control, judge, belittle. I know I'm slipping, I know I'm falling piece by piece, moment by moment. But UIT, can you reach out your hand to these small trembling hands of mine and pull me up? Can you lift me out of this abyss before it swallows me whole? Please save me, please take me away from here. Please let me see him again, because he is the only beautiful thing that's ever entered my life. Let me belong to you. Let me run to you. If only this once. I'm begging you, help me escape this pain. Help me leave this place behind. Help me step into the light that I've been reaching for all my life. Why? Why were you the one allowed to walk away with them? To stand by his side, to walk into the light? And why was I left behind, chained to this darkness that no one else even bothers to see? Why did you abandon me like that? Why was I the only one still standing here with both arms outstretched, begging fate to turn around? Is this truly what they call destiny? Some cruel design where only one of us was ever meant to be chosen. Maybe our love had ended long before I realized, and I, still clinging to some fading shadow of what we once were. Only I kept waiting, only I kept dreaming, only I held on to the image of your smile as you watched me finally walk through the gate of UIT. I imagined that moment 1,000 times, 1,000 nights, 1,000 hopes that I dressed in silence, but it never came. You didn't love me. You never planned to stay. And now you're gone so far that I can't even trace the memory of your footsteps. I become a stranger inside my own dream, and a tragic figure in the story I wrote just for us. Except now it's only me on the stage, taking the empty space, bleeding through every line. I've been drunk, not on alcohol, but on yearning, on illusion, on the ghost of you that still stands in every corner of my mind. And fear, it comes closer every day. It doesn't shout, it doesn't scream. It just sits there quietly in the dark and waits. I waited too long. I believed too much. And now all I have left is the echo of a name that no longer belongs to me. So he finally did it. He won. He found a way to cast me out of his life for good, to erase what must have been to him nothing more than a nuisance. Congratulations. You'll never again have to see the girl who once looked at you with the softest eyes in this entire world. Thank you for stepping into my life, a life dim and directionless and drenched in sorrow, that even your cruel presence felt like light. Thank you, even for the deepest wounds you have left behind, because somehow, even they turned beautiful inside me, so beautiful they broke me. I lost, I failed, and you smiled, because in your world, she, that girl who once dared to love you with her whole soul, is finally gone. And I stood up alone, in the middle of pain, in the face of injustice, to carve out my own way, a way no one else understands, a way no one else dares walk. They look at me with eyes of fake concern, pretending to feel sorry, but I know they only want control, they want ownership, they want to dictate what I become, what I believe, what I am allowed to feel. And I ask myself, if I live by what they want, then who will live for the dreams I hold inside? If I sacrifice my truth for their comfort, what's left of me to save? No one, nothing. So I will walk alone if I must, because I will not die in their version of my life. I will not bury myself alive to make their world easier to breathe in. Have I ever truly lived for myself? Have I ever once paused to devote time solely for me? No, because no one has ever wanted me to rise above them. No one has ever wished for me to become someone stronger, brighter, or more complete than they are. And yet, every time I stumbled, every time I collapsed, I stood up again, even stronger than before. I am fully aware I am stuck, trapped in a pit of darkness and despair. But I no longer wish for anyone to be beside me, not out of resentment, but because I finally want to build my life with my own two hands, without depending on anyone, without seeking anyone's permission to be who I am meant to be. I choose now to reclaim my voice, to become my sole author of the life that bears my name. I will go to stranger, further horizons than ever before. And as the days pass, I learn to stand firmer, stronger than yesterday. I've grown used to the way people hurl cruel words into my face without mercy. I've become familiar with the weight of humiliation that I've had to carry in silence just to make it through another day. But I am more powerful than I once believed, stronger than anything they say about me. Their accusations, their filthy, fabricated lies, they don't define me anymore. I'm no longer the naive, delicate, rural girl they once looked down on. She's gone. Now I look to the sky and I beg the heavens, please let me see him again. Let me shatter, not from despair, but from the overwhelming feeling of simply laying eyes on him again. Even if it hurts, even pain has become a strange comfort, a way to ease this endless longing. No one recognized my effort, no one acknowledged my fight, but still I believe in destiny, in something higher than these cold-hearted people, the heavens. Surely they are not as cruel as those who mocked me. I believe the truth will come to light, that dawn will rise, and with it all secrets will be revealed, lies will dissolve, and justice will finally arrive. UIT, I believe in you. You're not like them. You're not like those filled with malice and manipulation. You must have a way to get me out of here, right? You must know that none of what they said was ever true. You must know who I truly am, don't you? You won't abandon me here, will you? You take me with you to UIT, won't you? I'm bowing my head lower than ever have, pleading to the nearest sky just for one wish, to be saved, to be heard. So be it. I have no one left. If no one will walk with me, I will walk alone. I will find a path that leads to my own freedom, UIT. I have what it takes, don't I? I can make it to you, can't I? Tell me that I'm not a mistake. Tell me that I belong there just as much as anyone else. Why can't you hear me? Why does the sky treat me this way? I have nothing left but my voice and this aching scream for help. I can do it, can't I? Why does the sky treat me this way? I have nothing left but my voice and this aching scream for help. I can do it, can't I? If it made it, if it deserved it, then I must too, right? Why then? Why did heaven choose to treat me like this? I'm a good person. I loved it with everything I had, with strength and soul and reason and dreams. Can you feel it? My heart breaks a little more each day because of you. I was so afraid of losing you, afraid that if I failed, you and she would end up together. And now you've forgotten me, forgotten even my name. But I remember everything, every step you took, every glance, every corner you stood in, every trace you left behind. And just like that, I've lost one person, my grandmother, my grandfather, and now you too have left me. The heavens cruel and silent, that the world crushed me piece by piece, and you walked away without a word. Why did you leave me in this room that once held your entire world? Why did you leave me alone? You left me with nothing but the voices of those who hate me. You left me in this darkness fighting monsters alone. I hate you for that, for letting me battle alone, for not reaching back. You walked far ahead and left me waiting in this poor, broken field that once held all our dreams. They took turns breaking me, each one cutting deeper into wounds that never healed. I stood alone, fighting with everything I had, hoping that after 1,000 battles, I could earn the right to stand beside you. But you left. You walked away and left behind a girl, with tears soaking her lashes, sitting in the silence you once filled. She still remembers you, still waits, still bleeds quietly for a love that never looked back. You've been everything to me for the past 1,000 days. And missing you has become my very reason to live, but now it feels like I've lost a husband. I can't get into UIT still. I'm going to place one more bet. I'm concerned the truth will contradict all the rumors. Let me exaggerate my failures. Let them paint me as a disaster, only so that when the truth is revealed, it'll leave everyone stunned. If I truly fail, then fine, that's something maybe already expect. It wouldn't be a surprise. But if I succeed and make it into UIT Saigon, those who try to drag me down with rumors, those people who live to ruin others, they'll be the ones to taste bitter defeat. I finally realized the truth. There's something wrong with the people around me. A venomous snake lies in a drawer next to mine. It's terrifying. Fine, if they want to stir up drama and spread lies, so be it. To make this pathetic play of theirs even more flavorful, I'll leak another piece of news that I couldn't do the exam. They'll start building up false expectations about me outwardly. I've already spread word that I can't get into UIT. And that glamorous dream of Saigon they keep gossiping about, they've blown all up. They're a bunch of cruel people, soft-spoken but vicious like snakes, charming on the surface yet merciless beneath. Every injustice has its source. Every debt has its debtor. If those people already spread the rumors that I'm going to Saigon, why I myself I'm saying that I can't make it there, and within that fragile silver of hope, and those bastards are laughing, mocking me with their arrogance and smugness. Fine. If they've long planned to drown me, then let them laugh their heart out. Let them bask in their triumph. Enjoy their little moment of glee, because when the truth finally comes to light, we'll see just how long their laughter lasts. And now they've heard I failed to get into UIT Saigon, that I'm bound to be rejected. They're just waiting for the day my words are officially confirmed. I lied, said I hadn't done well, and that only makes them feel more triumphant. What a pity for a pure, sincere feelings that I once gave to those venomous people. Turns out, behind the smiles, they're that cruel inside. They scare me. Just being near them fills me with fear. So in their eyes, I was nothing more than a decorative excuse, something to be painted over and used for someone else's narrative. I played and I loved, genuinely, openly, without schemes. And yet, they beat me back for no reason at all. Truly, there's not a shred of goodness in them. They spread rumors, inflated the story, and smeared my name. Made me out to be a bragger, a liar who doesn't keep promises. If I succeed, they'll claim credit. If I fail, I'll be seen as a joke, someone who only knows how to talk big and talk trash. So now, I'll lay out another trap, a bigger one. I'll leak that I failed, and just as expected, the one who stirs up the storm, spreads the news to inflate the story the most, is also the one who's laughing the hardest, enjoying it the most. How could I have been friends with wild beasts and never realized it? It's true what they say. The head may hide, but the tail always shows. Does justice really allow people like them to get what they want? No, it can't be that way. This feeling, this looming danger, is too close. How do I turn the tide now? A person who couldn't even raise their own child to be someone decent. I once collapsed to the very depths. I used to think that the world was simply like this, that we were meant to live passively, quietly, rich in endings shaped by others' wishes. But no, it was the cold, hardy cruelty of those who harmed the country and its people that forced me to wake up. Even when I was buried beneath the 18 levels of hell, I couldn't rest. Not when their twisted laughter rang out in triumph. It compelled me to rise and fly on, not for glory, not for revenge, just because they were too heartless, too fake, too despicable. Neither I nor anyone else could find peace if we kept lying down. But I am still alive. I've awakened after it all. with eyes burning bright with unshakable resolve. Even if I have only one lost breath, that breath is still the brightest spark of hope we have. Even if the entire world turns away, as long as there's one person left, just one, who believes I can do it, then there's no reason to keep failing. Get up, he's the one who should be afraid. He's the one who deserves to live in chains, not me. I'm still young, with strength to spare, to drag all of them down into the mud. And for him, that would be the most merciful ending he could ever receive. I believe in myself, and I'm the only one brave enough to do what everyone else fears. I have nothing left to lose, and all I can do now is hope and dream of the most beautiful things, no matter how impossible they may seem. I can feel his world collapsing right in front of him. He still struts around with false pride and arrogance, but inside he's completely hollow. This is my chance to overturn the board. I still have so many good and perfect things left ahead of me, while all he has is death. And before the death arrives, he thrashes and screams in desperation. There can only be one outcome now. One lives, one dies. And I will never be the second one. It's him. He's already choking on the edge of suffocation, and yet he still spews his venomous lies perfect. Just another sin to his name. Hell will always have room for monsters like him. Don't worry about running out of space. He's the one trembling in fear for his spot there, not me. If he dies, let him drag his soul down alone. Life is fair now. If he's still clinging on, then so can I. Life is fair now. If he's still clinging on, then so can I. We're both gambling everything we have. He tried to crush us under pressure to make me afraid, but what I didn't expect was that other forces are drawing him too, and when the final result becomes too obvious to deny, he'll fall from his fake throne in the sky. Let's see who really deserves to be afraid, who should carry the greater guilt. His venomous, snake-hearted ambition will be punished by the heavens sooner or later. Let's keep enduring a little longer. Everyone dies eventually, and I will be the one who watches him written in agony all alone, slowly vanishing from the face of the earth. Let's see just how long he can keep struggling. Do you truly see yourself now, how utterly pathetic you become, that exaggerated arrogance and those sickly sweet deceitful curses you mutter? You will never ever meet a good end, that much is certain. This outcome, this ending, will tear apart your lives with its own hands, exposing the rotten, despicable truth behind your polished mask. And even if I die, I will die with a proud smile on my face, watching the total downfall of your heartless beast who once believed you were untouchable. He's the one who should be afraid. He's gambling with his own life just as much as we are. Let's be honest, we're all pitfall in this game, not just us alone. Yes, I made a mistake. I played the wrong move. I foolishly placed my trust in a decaying corpse. Everything already rotten away. I thought it could bring about something good. So tell me, did it taste good? Devouring the lives of millions, did it make you feel satisfied? Did it make you happy? You're dying slowly and yet still pretending everything's fine. I don't need to say much as long as the heavens still watch from above. The brilliant light will soon reveal his true form. Nothing will stay hidden forever. With a personality that vile, Harry's still sitting in that position, drawing a steady paycheck every month, being praised as some kind of god. Do you really not know why you got there? I believe that truth will always triumph over lies. If you slip and fall, then you should be on your way to the afterlife or buried forever in some empty field. You've built your life by leeching off the success of others. And when they fall, not only do you show no fear, you use your power to crush the weak even more, devouring their life, destroying lives without a second thought. You deserve to die, you deserve to vanish, you deserve to be locked away in the deepest court of hell. It shouldn't be someone young and naive like me, the one you mocked, bullied, and pushed to the ground, who ends up breaking. It should be you. I don't believe that UIT sees nothing. They must have noticed something. There has to be hope somewhere at the end of this dark tunnel, right? I stumbled blindly, sinking step by step into a swamp of despair, unable to move forward, only to slowly drown because to others I was never worthy of love or care. Every hardship felt like karmic curse, though I had done nothing wrong. I simply opened my heart to the wrong people, cruel people who trampled on me with scorn. I dared to dream of eternal love, and for that he abandoned me in this heap of garbage. The scent of the countryside clings to my blood, etched deep into the chambers of my heart. I gave away in a kind and beautiful heart, only to try and hold on to a little more of a memory of him. Perhaps that dream was always too far-fetched for someone from a poor rural place like me. Maybe I was just something meant to be thrown away. When a person has nothing left to hold on to in this life, the innocent soul remains the body, quietly waiting for the day it can be reborn into a new life beside the one it loves. But sadly, even that longing now must be let go. Isn't that far too cruel, far too unjust? I have nothing left but this body that continues to exist where everything else has drifted too far away. I no longer have anything to cling to in this life. When a person has lost everything, every reason to live, every anchor to this world, what remains is only a fragile soul still lingering inside a tired body. That innocent soul doesn't fight or cry anymore. It simply waits in silence for the day it might be reborn into another life, one where it can be with the person it loves, where it might finally know peace. And even that small hope, just the warmth of remembering someone, must now be abandoned if the comfort of longing has become too heavy to carry. Isn't that too cruel, too unjust? How much must one endure before it is enough? Now I have nothing left, nothing but this worn-out body that continues to breathe out of habit, not will. The soul inside is no longer dreaming, no longer fighting, it only survives in silence. Disconnected from the life it once wanted so much to hold on to, everything I ever reached for feels impossibly distant now. Love, belonging, warmth, all have faded onto unreachable corners of memory, and I have no more strength to chase after them. There's nothing left for me to grasp onto this life. Nothing at all. Why am I still alive? Because there's still one thing I haven't done, and because you still owe me something you haven't returned. You owe me 1,000 days of longing. Give them back to me, even if it's after we both enter university. Don't forget, I'm not waiting for nothing. Nothing in this world is free, and the love I gave you wasn't unconditional. It was the kind of love you wanted, so remember this. 3 years of silent devotion to you. Don't forget to repay me. Did he really think that writing a so-called sincere confession to please others could wash away all its karma? That's far from enough. Even if he lived for another 1,000 years, it still might not be enough to repay it all. If I fail, those people won't be able to walk away untouched either. Don't you dare pity yourself and degrade your own dignity. His act, how dull and empty it is. My 3 years of silent waiting, repaying them after you get into university still wouldn't be too late. In fact, it is that very debt and your signature on the letter that kept me alive until now, despite carrying 1,000 scars within me. So instead of pretending to save me, just give back what you owe me. This isn't about competition or envy, right or wrong. It's not about reputation or personal gain. This is a matter of human morality. You'd be cruel to turn your back on this debt. What you owe me would never let you live in peace. Not when those hypocrites have already been swallowed whole by justice itself. You're someone who understands gratitude. That's what I truly believe. You repay this 1,000-day debt. And you know exactly what I'm referring to. I didn't wait just for the sake of waiting. The outcome, who wins, who loses, is still uncertain. I'm not trying to make it obvious that I'm someone hopelessly in love. I only want to say this. You own someone like me who loved you in silence. 3 long years lived in pain just to preserve the memory of you as perfectly as possible. We're gambling with every second now, and if, right at this moment, you're afraid that I might actually get into UIT and secretly wishing I disappear from your life, then you're already admitting with your own hands that you're nothing more than a hypocrite in disguise. Do you even know what it is you owe me? You owe me 1,000 days of longing, the ones you despised. You owe me the umbrella you never opened, leaving me soaked on my way home. You owe me the signature you never gave, the smile, the gaze you offered to someone else but never to me, the photos you always took with others, never once with me. You owe me all of that, and no, I'm not demanding you pay it all back right now. I know this past year you've done everything you could to escape my sight as if I were a curse haunting you. But now the right time has come. The day has arrived. It's time for you to repay this debt. Can you truly live peacefully knowing the weight of that debt presses against your heart every single day? Could you be happy when every one of the things I mentioned remains unpaid? I gave you one more year of peace out of mercy, but that time is up. Now you must pay me back. Why was I born into a house of reeks of manure and ashes, surrounded by foolish people? Why do I have a mischievous younger sibling, an ignoring mother? Living in a poor, cramped countryside with nothing but two empty hands and not a single coin to our name. No economic growth, no opportunities, just endless hardship. Why does fate treat us this way? Why was I given such a rude and reckless father and sent to school so miserable and degrading? Everything around me feels like garbage, filthy, reeking, and full of people sinking in vice. I have nothing but the hope that one day I will escape from this place, disappear from this wrenched, backward, poverty-stricken land. Every meal here is a struggle to swallow. I don't want to live here anymore. Anywhere else will be better. I wait for the day I can spread my wings and head south. I swear I will build a life of my own. This torn and broken place is making me sick day by day.